Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So for today, there's no specific download coming through, but when I went to go pick the decks, I heard Reverie. So we have the Gilded Reverie, and then I heard Pink. And when I was drawn to Pink, the very first Pink thing I saw was this. It was like a $2 game at the dollar store. Called Yes Girl. It just has a bunch of like really random sayings on it. So we're gonna use that. I tried it once before and it was weird. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I am weird. So let's just get into it. And then the other two pink ones I saw was, it's all yellow, but it was pink, and Romance Angels. Oh yeah, Angel Answers and Romance. And so, first initial like kind of in-depth kind of tapping into it, I didn't feel love, I didn't feel romance. So I was like, are you sure about these ones? You really want a love reading? But they're like, yeah, do it. And so when I took out the cards, the very first one was Soulmate. So that's the energy that's come through. So let's shake up the cards and get the message that Spirit wants to share. One, two, three, and four. Okay. Oh, story keeps out still. And then, okay. Oh, those ones, okay. All right, so the reason why I'm not picking up on that it was such a lovey kind of reading is based on the first set of cards. I feel like I have to draw three. No, four. One for each one. Okay, so the very first ones to come out was the swans. I'm just going to show them all. We have the ship in reverse. We have these stairs that were in reverse, two different paths. And then we have the moon in reverse. To clarify each one, so for the swans, we have forgiving and learning in reverse. To clarify, we're not going to take reversals on these ones because they're love. We're just going to let love be love. Okay, so the next one, to clarify the ship, is attraction. The two stairs going in two different directions says, let your friends help you. And then with the moon, it says very soon. And then I heard 14 of these. And I think that's too many. They say I don't have to pull 14 individually, just shuffle and then take 14. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so there's yellow cards and then there's red cards. And I pulled 14 of the yellow cards. To be honest, I don't even know. Okay, the yellow cards is the answers and then the red ones are the question. So I thought, let's just pull one question. And the question I got, I'll let you look at it first. It says, when we asked Ruth how she got along with her mother-in-law, she replied. So something to do with mother-in-law energy. So I saw soulmates at the bottom of the romance deck, and then we have these two swans, and these two swans love each other. They are in love. When I first tapped into the reading, I didn't get a love energy though. So I feel like potentially there was a falling out, or maybe families didn't agree. Maybe the partner didn't agree with the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law had way too much say in the situation. because with it comes a lot of forgiving and learning. It was in reverse, so I don't feel like that the actual lessons of this have been coming through yet. And it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So it seems like this partnership of the past that seemed to be equally matched has started to keep things stuck. The ship is no longer going forward. And as this one says, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So you can't go on and move to new options and new doors, right? They always say when one door closes, another one opens. But in this case, I'm seeing someone still holding on to the past. And as long as the door to the past is still open, the other one's not an option. So to clarify that one, it says, let your friends help you. It says, ask for and accept support from others. So with these friends, now that I'm here, I'm seeing a conversation with the friends. So it's like when we asked Ruth how she got along with her mother-in-law, she replied, okay, so it says, I was going to wash my hair tonight, but screw it. So I see someone being like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? Knowing that the other person has just kind of been through a lot. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a soul has just taken on way too much. And so they have all these plans and these routines. So when this friend reaches out and is like, hey, do you want to talk? Do you want to go out for drinks? Do you want to go eat food? Always want to eat food. Food's the main plan all the time. And they're like, yeah, my throat has not been bugging me lately, but as soon as I started recording, it did. So maybe something to do with communication. I feel like as I tap into this mother-in-law energy, it's like whoever this one is, right? You can be male, female. In this case, Ruth is a female. So I'm going to say the story from the perspective of a female who doesn't get along with her mother-in-law. But you could be a male, not get along with your mother-in-law. Like the female energy is just like the loving and nurturing, kind aspect of it. So, right, we're going to read energies, not gender, but I'm going to say it in the role as if this was a female. So I feel like she just doesn't get along with the mother-in-law. And there's so much that they want to say that's just like not right. It's not fair. It's mean. It's like I'm hearing bubbles. Like, you know, when you're sad and it starts to like be that bubbly feeling, that's what I get. That's what my throat feels like. So I feel like this person has had maybe a conflict or a fight, or I'm actually hearing a very silent fight. I'm hearing that this fight is silent for some. And then that one's actually the harder one. That's like that inner war. And so they're like, yeah, do you want to come out tonight? They're like, I was going to wash my hair, but screw it. Like, let's go. Okay. This is quite a toxic relationship, it seems. And it sorry, I'm just going to read. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to read them all because there is this story that's coming through, and time is a little bit of a limit for me today. But I'm seeing as this, right? These 6 cards we went through. It seems like there's a very toxic relationship. And in this, I feel like the mother-in-law has a lot to say in this relationship, has more say and power, or they just don't get along, or there's conflict. But to be honest, I don't feel like that the mother-in-law is the problem in this. It just seems to be like that one who speaks up the most. It's easiest to throw the energy that way. It seems like this whole partnership, in reality of it all, is very toxic, and it's hard to let go and move on with this ship, to move on to new doors, because it seems like this partnership was physical and intimate at times, and so there is children involved in this story, and that's maybe one of the mother-in-law and then butt heads because of different ways to raise and things like that. But I'm also getting that this this masculine in this story, or the partner to the mother-in-law, is kind of immature or mean or controlling, and it's just not a good relationship. And why would you want to raise your children like to this mother-in-law standard? Because like they kind of raised the partner that you had children with. So I see these girls, I feel like the relationship's over or it's ending. There's a girls' night where it's just like, I need to talk. Like, I've been going through the ringer. I just need someone to help and support me. So like, yep, I was gonna wash my hair, but screw it. Like, I really need to go for drinks. And so now I see it like at a restaurant kind of thing, having dinner. And so this one, it says, we had sex twice a year and it was bad both times. And so it just seems like that, just sharing like this partnership isn't as loving. Like, this card looks so wonderful from the outside, but the dynamics of it all was just so bad. There was no intimacy. I don't feel like there was much communication and things like that. And so the next one to come out says, ever since the babies, my boobs look like empty mittens. And then the next one after that says, are my bangs too short? Be honest. Right? Because they were going to wash their hair. So I feel like physically things like that meant a lot to this person. They were like very confident, but they seemed to hook up into this relationship, and you know, it was not that fulfilling. It seemed very depleting, and there's other doors and options, but this one really took a toll on the person's self-confidence. They no longer view their body as ideal, right? After you have kids and things like that. I feel like the way you parent or something seems to be a problem. But yeah, there are kids, and I'm seeing someone just not feel happy. They're not happy with the way the relationship is. It's very unfulfilling. They have kids, they feel overstressed and burdened. Maybe their hair is falling out. Maybe it's something to do with that. And it just seems like they don't really have, with the mother-in-law, I feel not many allies, just a lot of people against them. And that's what I'm feeling, very defensive. And in this defense, it's like trying to stop all this fighting, and then in the end, confidence in yourself slipping. And so the next card says, I told him no money, no honey. And then, okay, yeah, so no money, no honey. And that's what I'm kind of seeing is I'm thinking it's the end of this relationship, or this split has already happened, and this has to do with like child support or something like that. Like, this person really isn't bringing their share to the table. But it seems like that there's this pull, this cord that keeps kind of bringing this toxic dynamic back. Because the next one says like, please say a prayer that I get my period. So I feel like that this person, you know, right, they had children, they did all these things. They're like, I got to get out of this relationship. Like, I don't really get along with things like that. But they still kind of like go and hook up. It's just like boredom or free time or something, because this isn't a healthy relationship. So I see someone kind of being scared that like they kind of made a mistake, like lived in the moment with passion. And as this one said, we had sex twice a year and it was bad both times. It just seems like it was a fling or a hookup. I feel like this was someone's partner. So it's like comfortable with that person because you've been with them. It's just like whatever. Like, I don't feel like any real depth or heart is in that. And it would be scarier to move on to the new door. But there is this back and forth pull, and not really learning the forgiving and learning of the situation. It says, as you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in the present moments. And I don't get that this is a lusty, toxic relationship that I'm picking up on. And there is support for you. And so I just see like, it's like, well, this is the best you'll ever get. Like, you'll never get anyone better than me, kind of, and settling. And that's not the energy that spirit really wants you to embody, because all of this is like, there's new things coming. We've got the moon over here, and the moon when you look within it, I think this just came on yesterday's, but I did throw one more in the middle that I recorded a week ago. So 2 days ago, this one came out, and there is like the moon in the cycle. And as these cycles complete, as we do the shadow work and the healing, like very soon I see the new chapter unfolding. I'm going to pull one more of the romance. It says, let go of control issues. And it's in reverse. I feel like one person is very controlling. So here they are. They're having drinks. They just had a baby. It seems like they can finally go out for drinks. Like it's like they haven't really seen their friends in a long time. I'm hearing it's actually very rare for you to be around your friends. And my throat feels so weird. Anyways, and it's like this person is like scared. They're like, oh no, did I just start another cycle with them? So the next card is, I wouldn't mind taking a hike up that mountain. And then it says, so what I'm seeing, that mountain is like, mountains to me signify problems or challenges. And like, right, take a hike kind of thing is like what I see, like get out. And that's what it's like this person like pushes and pulls you. And so with this forgiving and learning, it's hard for you to learn the lesson because I feel like they tell you to take a hike. And then next thing you know, I'm sorry. And it's like, I hate you, but I love you. I hate you and I love you. And so this person is just so confused. And I feel at the end, one day they're just gonna be like, enough. Like, I'd rather go face this mountain on my own. I'm gonna take everything and move on, because the next cards to come out says like all men are animals. I see someone being like angry with the situation and losing hope that they even want to move on to this next door, this next opportunity, this love. And so it said, the next one is, what did you do to her hair? And I feel like, again, that comes back to confidence and beauty. Maybe they're so stressed, like their hair's falling out, or maybe they just had this moment like of, you know, like just cutting it all short, right? Someone has super long hair all the time, all their life, and then one day they're like, nope, I'm just buzz cut it, put a pixie. Like I want that lightness. I just want change. I want something. And this person seems to be based a lot on like the looks on the outside, but there's a lot going on within. So the next one is just kind of like a pause on this. I just see like two friends talking and sipping and doing all these things, and all of a sudden the server shows up and they're like, do you guys ready to order yet? And they look at each other and they're like, we definitely want appetizers, right? Right, so now they start ordering. And it says, are you still going to her wedding after she blocked you on Facebook? What's the next one it says? It says, you're so sweet, but it's in reverse. And it says, do not let her drive with, why don't you just sleep at my place? We can watch Bridesmaids again. So what do I see on this? Who's getting married? That's like on what? One of these. I got, why am I the only one they didn't card with? She needs to get in touch with reality. So I see this partnership, right? I feel like there has been a break. I feel like that this main female character, she's got the support of her friends. She's got the love of her friends. Her friend's like, hey, why don't you come over to my place and we'll watch Bridesmaids, right? You come with me, come live with me. I've got a couch for you. Like, we'll get you all set up. Like, we'll help you move on and sail away from this. Right? This is what it says. All your friends are the ones that are going to help you find and close that one chapter and open a new door. But what I get from the male perspective in this story, or whatever, the other side of this swan, they kind of have already started dating other people, and that's why they like keep coming back to you to hook up and like leave and then hook up, but it seems like they have this other person that they're fully committed to. Like I said, are you still gonna go to her wedding? And it's like, wedding? What, like WTF? Like, why did they just like call? And I feel like you may have children with them, But there's this person, and it said like, don't let her drive. It's in reverse. I feel like someone else is kind of, I feel like it was a toxic relationship or cycle. And so now I feel like because you've left, you've closed that door, or you're starting to, someone else has filled the space of that. And they've built this connected, like they're going to get married. Like he's like, I'm going to show to you all this attraction, like for what the world wants to see kind of thing. And then it was said like, you're so sweet. Because I feel like this person being like, kind of confrontational with, competitive with you. It's like, well, I'm better than her because he chose me. But I feel like this person's like treating both people awful. And they know how to make each person kind of feel insecure, that they compare and view the other girl. And it's like, I don't know, just let that go. And then there's a whole mother-in-law energy aspect to all of this. The snake came out, and it's the infinity. It's just repeating the same karmic cycle and pattern over and over again. So whoever this reading's for, it's like there's better things coming for you, right? I feel like whoever this friends is, it says let your friends help. The ones that like really want to help you through this, like lean on them, be open. I feel like you got to talk. And by you talking, it clears things out. It makes you understand that, right? A lot of times, when you called a victim, but you were in a very bad situation from the energy that I'm picking up on. I feel like things were twisted and manipulated, and you were meant to view yourself less than. Maybe they shamed you into like your looks, or like, no one will ever like you because you've got mental problems or this and this, you're to this. And it was all a mind war. So with your friends, you're going to start seeing and undoing and unpacking and releasing things. You're going to start learning to see the situation as it was. And I'm getting that this was very codependent or toxic or something. There are children involved, and you'll be very loving and supportive, and right, you don't want to speak poorly of the other, but you also want to stand firm for yourself. No money, no honey. And this person seems to be giving all their money to a wedding. They're saving for a wedding with someone. And it seems like they don't, this one energy is very insecure or jealous. But for you, I was like, I gotta go soon, so let's just wrap up this. I feel like very soon, you're gonna end this cycle. Your friends are gonna help you see extremely clearly what is going on. So here we have the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. You're gonna complete that cycle and elevate it. You're going to level up and bring more light into your situation. Once you do that, then you'll start to see, as you release the past, you'll experience more love in your present moment. By you finally closing that door and releasing those bonds, you kind of step into this energy, and it's like lively, and it's right. We got nature and green and rainbows and light, and it's a energy I feel like you haven't had in a while. I feel like you've been hopeful and those hopes have been crushed, but I see you getting hope now, and that hope continuing and growing and thriving. So when you're in that energy, you're going to be like there with your friends, maybe out there just having drinks and appetizers, laughing. My camera cut off. Anyways, you're going to laugh at like how absurd this situation was, and how you're going to look at it with like fresh eyes. And so from there, you're going to be able to like heal and let it go. And in that, step into the happy light energy. You're going to be with your friends, and I feel like they're going to be like, yeah, but I miss and love you. And you're like, nope, that door's closed. You're going to finally seal and close that door. And then the new one's going to come. And then I see this as final outcome. I see, look how much light there is. I feel like you're gonna step back into like your empress energy, your loving, nurturing queen energy, and find a place, find your own castle. Here, when you rest your head at night, you'll know that all those that you love and care for are happy. And I feel like when you went to bed before, you were always wondering, like, are they okay? Like, are they mad at me? Are my children all right? Could I do better? You don't have those worries and those thoughts anymore, because now I feel like you're just going to be empowered. And that's beautiful. So in this, enjoy your friends. Let them help you. Right now it's just kind of like shooting the shit. And I feel like what you need to do is actually tell your story of your truth of what you've gone through. Because I feel like when we're in those situations, we keep it to ourselves, because when we tell others, they're like, well, why would you stay with that person? And maybe in the past you did, but now I see you changing and growing and knowing that you deserve better. And so just really letting the real truth come out. I feel like you haven't got to share your story and people don't know quite your perspective, but your friends, they got your back. And those who are like willing to help, I feel like you don't want to be a burden, but do it. It's going to be able to build you a foundation that can support you as you heal and release things now. And it's just like finally a calm environment. So you can't really grow and thrive in chaos. And so they'll help bring you support. And then maybe one day you can pay it forward if you have a hard time accepting help. But I feel like your friends love you, cherish you, and are thankful that you were able to open up in this and that they can help you. You're loved. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.